Delicious and refreshing. Gather the family, pull up a chair. Get some popcorn, guys. This may be a long one. And tell a story. Show and tell. Good God. It's all free, guys. This is all free. Cancel your cable. Fucking subscribe to fucking Jay Jones. Sit around and wait for fucking daily, weekly, hourly updates. Refresh the fucking computer over and over again. It's worth it. Today's a story about a fucking Camaro. It's about a boy and a dream. God. Oh, it's a long time ago. It's a sad story. Fucking Hot Rod Magazine or Super Chevy. If one of you guys are gonna fucking leave me a message if you happen to be watching this video saying you want to put me in my story in your magazine, well, fuck off, guy. I ain't for sale. But maybe you work something out with the old lady. Look, guys, we'll start this shit about 1991. I'm fucking months off. I could be years off. I'm dumb, but I ain't that fucking dumb. I got some shit written down. I had to research some shit. Some shit I'm guessing, but we're gonna start this story in 1991. Half you motherfuckers weren't even born. Look at. I don't know what that puts me. Fucking. We'll just say I was around 19. My buddy had a black and white one, like a 73. Nothing special. I don't think it was just a whole bumper. I don't think it was a SS, RS. It was nothing. It was just a Camaro. Black with white stripes, but it looked fucking mean as fuck. I love that fucking car. That's when I initially fell in love with the second generation Camaro. Goes from like, I don't know, guys, 70 to fucking 81. The 3 years nobody, or the only 3 years they give a fuck about is 70 through 73. This is a 72. It's a Z28. It's an RS split bumper. Very rare. Only 2,500 of them made this year. Z28s. GMC went on strike or some bullshit. I don't know the whole fucking story. I don't give a fuck. But anyways, my buddy had a fucking black and white one. I loved it. He then sold it and got an orange one with white stripes. It was like a 4-speed. It just looked badass. It sounded badass. Exhaust. I fell deeper in love with these motherfuckers, so I started looking. The picture you see up there is out of fucking, whatever you call that shit. The internet back then, it was called Auto Trader. And I thumbed through that motherfucker for weeks. Probably months, I don't remember. A long time. I found some big blocks, some 67s and 69s and shit, but I wanted the second generation, so I said, I forget what the hell I had at the time, a fucking Datsun 280Z or some shit. Fun as fuck, but wasn't what my buddy had. So I found that fucking car, and as soon as I saw it, look at that motherfucker, it's fucking gorgeous. Son of a bitch, I was in love. I was like, I gotta get this car. I think the guy won $7,000. I like fucking $0,000. I didn't even have a fucking job. I was like, fuck, that's kind of a bad spot. Ooh. So I believe this was 92. But I fucking went to my grandma's house. I was gonna ask her to borrow the money for that shit, and I couldn't do it. And I just was out of nowhere seeing her, so she probably knew something was up. But then I went back the next day. I don't know what the hell we did. Played cards or some shit. What do you do with grandparents? Played fucking some cards and shit. But at the end, I got up to enough fucking nerve to say, hey, Grandma, and I showed her that picture. I said, hey, why don't you help a nigga out? And she's like, fuck you, basically. Well, I didn't say that, and she didn't say that, but it makes the story sound better. But it was along the lines of, hey, can you loan me some money so I could buy this dream car of mine? And she's like, little JJ, you don't even have a job, and you're going to turn into a piece of shit, be expected and want shit your whole life. So unfortunately, honey, I'm going to have to tell you no. And I was like, fuck this bitch. I saw that all under my tongue, but I was thinking that shit, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm out of here. I went home and I did what everybody does. I called my aunt the next day. I was like, aunt, favorite aunt. She wasn't my favorite aunt. I hope she's not watching this, but she was the richest aunt. So I'm like, favorite aunt, can you loan me $7,000 so I could buy this super badass Camaro I found on paper interwebs? And she's like, no, little JJ, you don't even have a job. You just be begging and expecting your whole life like a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, yeah, that's what your mom told me. So then I did what every fucking kid should do. I fucking asked my dad. You always should start with dad. I don't know what I was thinking asking them. They're fucking dumb fucks. I was like, Dad, check this fucking badass car out. Some people say at, some people say out, whatever. Beer seeping in the bloodstream, guys. Who knows what I'm gonna say next? But anyways, I was like, Dad, I found this car, Dad. Can I have $7,000? He's like, son, you don't even have a job, do you? I'm like, yeah. It doesn't matter, does it? He's like, yeah, son, because you're gonna turn into, I'm like, a piece of shit who fucking is just expect everything. And he's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, grandma and fucking her dumb daughter already told me that shit. I'm like, thanks anyway, Dad. So what happened was I went and got a fucking job at a cannery a few days later. I was the only fucking white guy there. 7,000 fucking beaners. But I had to do it. I had to do it to make this dream come true. And I said, Dad, I got that job. And he's like, outstanding, son. And he fucking co-signed for me. I wheeled and dealed this motherfucker. We'll call him John. That's probably because that's what his name was. I talked him down to like $6,500, I think. I was just a young fucking hustling motherfucker. All that for $6,500 was going rate at the time. Who knows, it would lead into a jackpot so many years later. It's not at that part yet. Hold on, guys. It's still 92. I got the money. I went and got the fucking car. I fucking drove it home. Man, I was happy as fuck. I washed the shit out of this motherfucker. Damn near washed the fucking Boy George paint pinstripes off of it. Shame I did it, but I don't know how I'm gonna pull that shit off. But I was happy as fuck, man, and that was 92. I fucking put, seriously, like 2 tanks of gas in this fucking thing. And it started fucking up, fucking backfiring, and I don't remember all the fucking symptoms. She was weak, she was tired, she was hurt, obviously. So I took her in, not to the vet, to a fucking race shop, dumb motherfuckers. They didn't have malt liquor, but they knew how to work on cars. And they gave me some bad news that some of the fucking cylinders had lost some of the compression and bullshit. So I parked it, guys. I found a fucking receipt. This was fucking 5/25 of 93. It says right there, J-A-Y, J-O-N-E-S. Camaro. I paid $50 for them to do a compression fucking breakdown. Yep. I parked the motherfucker at my dad's house. And that's where it's set till 2003. So it's set from 93 to 2003. It's set 10 years on the second tank of gas. Maybe third. I don't fucking know. Not much. 200 miles maybe on this motherfucker. I got married and had fucking 3,000 kids. And I put them all first. In 2003, when I bought this fucking house, I had it towed from my dad's house to here. So it's that 10 years there, or it's that 9 years there, 9.5 years there. In 2005, I found a couple receipts in here. I just did all the external stuff on the motor, plug wires and carburetor and all that bullshit, fuel pumps, and just shit on the outside I could change. It didn't do nothing. It didn't fix the problem that was deep in her heart. His heart. I think I got to name this motherfucker. We'll call it the fucking malt unicar. Malt liquor. But anyways, yeah, I wasted fucking who knows how much on that shit. Spark plug wires I seen were $150. They're there, they're right back there, brand new. $600 for the Demon carburetor and MSD, Mallory bullshit, and I can't read half this shit. I don't know if that's rat piss or grease or whatever is on that shit. But yeah, I parked it right then. I drove it around the block. It was blah, 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 blah. I think I fucking went to the gas station and gave it its third ever tank. Splashed and dashed, I don't know, fucking $10 maybe. It's empty as fuck. Tried getting some gas out of her the other day. She's dry. But anyways, I parked it from then 2000 and fucking, what did I say, 2005 till fucking 2022. When I decided, hey, it's fucking my time. The fucking stupid old fuck president of ours, he raised the prices so high on the Silverados. I was like, fuck you, yo. I took that money and I said, hey, I'm going to put it into my fucking car I've been sitting on for 30 years. It's a crazy story, guys. This car has been sitting for 30 fucking years. Not in a barn, not covered in dirt, bird shit. I didn't have to have nobody dig it out. Luckily, I just opened the garage door. It's like, whoosh, there you are. Time machine. Oh, liquor. Where you at, Hot Rod Magazine? You never find a fucking story like this, motherfucker. I read all you guys' stories. Oh, my car sat for 4 years while I went through Desert Storm. Fuck you, guy. Fuck you. 30 fucking years. First 10 years I used to wash it in my garage like a fucking retard. Still had that fucking burning. That fucking burn. It went out about 10 years ago and I fucking had all kinds of shit piled all over it. Anybody used to sit upon it, I'd say, get the fuck off my car and shit. Then I turned it into a toolbox. But it's funny, check this shit out. This is all the receipts and shit that I got from the guy I actually bought the car from. This fucking model I see I've been painting and doing the same time I've been doing these last few weeks or months. I bought that fucking model in like 1993. Maybe, I don't know, 6 months, a year after I bought the car, I bought the model to do what I'm doing now, restoring that shit to make it look like that. That's how much I fucking loved that car back then. That fucking model sat in a box for 30 fucking years. Approaching the swell. Swell's the last little bit, guys, for you car guys that are watching these malt liquor videos. It's the best parts where all the vitamins and nutrients, so malt liquor. Another crazy part of this fucking story. Today I actually looked this guy up who I bought that car from. Some of his receipts have the company he worked for back in 92 or whatever it was. And some of these shit say, some of these receipts say 89, 90. But anyways, I Google searched that motherfucker, and sure enough, same company, same guy. So I called him today, talked to his secretary. Said I was an old friend, blah, 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 and gave her my number, and he actually called me back, like, a little bit later. And I told the dude, hey, used to have a Camaro, I mean, I Google search you, I don't mean to be a fucking weirdo, but I'm just, are you from this town, and did you used to have a Camaro? And he's like, yeah, I did. And I'm like, well, I'm the one that bought it from you. And he was like, what the fuck? But he sent me a picture, I'll show you a picture as well. He was tripping out. He's like, man, I always fucking wonder where that fucking car was. That's the fucking... Yeah, that's the car about right there. This car fell in love with that motherfucker. It was slammed as fuck. It just looked bad as shit. But anyways, he sent me that picture today. I had let him know that I was in the process of restoring this motherfucker. And if he didn't mind, I was in a... sometimes you sell your old fucking hot rod car and you fucking, what the hell happened to that shit? My dad tells me stories of shit he used to sell and that he wish he still had. So I'm like, I'm gonna give this motherfucker a call. But I was like, this shit's only been, the whole time, 30 years, it's only been 20 minutes from where he lived. Crazy as fuck. William, come on in. Shout out to Cody Jenks in the background. Oh, look at her. Yep. It's a long one, folks. So I had 20 grand I had saved for a fucking truck. 20 grand ain't gonna do shit on a truck nowadays, so I'm like, I'm gonna put 20 into this shit. I bought a fucking 10-speed and a fucking 6.2 liter LT1 out of a 2020 Camaro, 450 horsepower stock. I'm gonna have a guy put it in fucking late summer. In the meantime, I'm doing little bullshit, painting and scuffing and scraping rust, and I'm missing a fucking rear view mirror and weather stripping. I'm missing a front spoiler, and that's the only thing the car's fucking missing. Interior needs to be done, but yeah, fucking. What do you expect for sitting for 30 fucking years? I got all the pieces that just got to be put together with a carpet kit. I'll probably upgrade it, and who knows what I'll do with that shit. That's all it's fucking missing for sitting for so long. But it's a cool story since calling the motherfucker, like I said. I know one of you guys will reach out to me and wanna put this shit on. Maybe a movie. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Fuck you, guy. Whoa, look here. Wanda, quit picking at me. Guys, is delicious. John, we'll call him John, the owner of this car, before I bought it. If you happen to be watching this malt liquor video, you got a Coors Light sticker on there in your ignition box. Like a fucking cunt. No wonder your car broke down, piece of shit. Should have had a fucking King Cobra sticker on there. But then I wouldn't have to tell this story. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna wait 30 years before I tell this fucking story.